Hello, good afternoon, this is Diecast Lou and I hope you're all doing well. And today's video is just going to be a bit of a random one. It's going to be a mixed video basically. I'm going to be showing primarily vintage pieces that I've come across over the last few months from either secondhand, junk shops, secondhand stores, junk shops, car boot sales. And I'm only going to be showing the pieces that I found from secondhand shops, junk shops and car boot sales, or like you guys in America, you've got thrift stores. Our equivalent over here in the UK is basically secondhand shops, or whatever you want to call it, or charity shops is another thing we have a lot over here in the UK. So all the pieces I'm going to be showing today are all from that type of environment. I'm not going to show any pieces that I've bought on eBay or mint condition stuff I've bought from other sellers and stuff like that. And I'm going to be showing some of my more favourite sort of vintage secondhand finds. But the twist to the video is I'm also going to make it a challenge as well. So basically, we all have, or at least I think we all have, pieces we bought from secondhand stores, thrift stores, car boot sales and all that good stuff. So you don't have to show as much as me. I'm not going to go too mad. I'm just going to literally because it's really difficult, because I have got so much nice stuff. I mean, I've got hundreds and hundreds of pieces. So when I thought about making this video, I realised it's just too much to show. So anyway, we'll get straight into it. So like I said, have a go if you want to. Show your vintage pieces that you've come across in unusual circumstances, secondhand stores, thrift stores, car boot sales, garage sales, whatever. Nothing that you've bought on eBay, nothing that you've won, nothing that's been given to you. It has to be stuff you've found cheap. So anyway, as you can see, there is some stuff in the background. So like this, for instance, I'll just move these aside because my camera sometimes likes to muck around a little bit, so just get that shot a bit and a bit more zoom. So this is a 57 Chevy from Matchbox. This is from when I think Matchbox had changed over to Universal Toys, so it is an older casting. So like if you look underneath, obviously it says 79, but it says made in China. So this is when Matchbox obviously was no longer Lesney, but it is still a Lesney casting. But anyway, this is something that I think I bought. I can't remember where I had two particular pieces from this second-hand shop that I quite often go to, and I can't remember what I've done with the other piece now. But oh yes, it's this one. So I'll get back to that in a sec. But anyway, this I think I paid £2 for. It was boxed, and it's in pretty much tip-top condition. So it's just a cool piece and in very nice condition. So that was one that, and then this came from the same shop. This little second-hand. I've mentioned the place before. I've been to it quite a lot, but he has a lot of cheap stuff. Cars from 10, 15, 20p. All depends on its condition. But the most expensive, you might find the odd car in there for about £5. But most of the time they're all a couple of pounds. And again, this was boxed. The boxes were in very poor condition, but the cars were in very good condition. So as you can see, it is a Ford, I can't see what it is, Ford Bronco 2. And again, this is from the slightly newer, this is probably from the mid 80s, late 80s. But again, it is in very good condition. So now you get an idea of what I'm going about. You don't have to show your mint pieces if you're going to do this challenge. Just show your favourite pieces that you've come across under the circumstances of second-hand shops, car boot sales, and all that type of stuff. This is another one that I especially like. Again, I think I paid, I can't remember now, it might have been £1. It wasn't expensive, possibly £2. But this is from the 70s. This is Lesney Matchbox, or Matchbox when it was Lesney. And it is a very bizarre looking machine, but I really like it. It's definitely captured the 70s. So very, very cool. Got the horse's head. It's got like a blown V8 on it. But it's in very good condition for something that I've got cheap from a car boot sale. And Obviously at some point, I'm not sure if this has been played with. It doesn't look like it's had much play, but it's survived. So that's pretty cool. And then obviously this is another one that I think I possibly paid a couple of pounds from. And this is a, I'm trying to think what it is now. It is a, where are we to? Matchbox, here we know that. Studebaker, sorry. But this would have had, this slides forwards, and you would have had a dog, plastic little dog, and a little man with a shotgun who stood in the back. But again, this was car boot, and it's in very good condition. It's got some little flea bites, but most of that's just from being dinged about, and people store them and they're taking them to sell. But again, another pretty cool piece. So like I said, I'm not going to show too much. This is a Corgi Porsche 911. This again came from the same shop as these ones from earlier. And again, I didn't pay much for this. I can't actually remember what I paid for it. It wasn't much because it had no box. So there you go, 911 SC Targa, and it's from the old Kellogg's Frosties, I believe. You used to collect Kellogg's Frosties, you'd send away the tokens, and you'd get a free car. As far as I remember, I think you used to have to pay the postage, and they would send you out a free car. I've got some other ones of these, but again, wasn't expensive, very good condition. So we'll put that to one side now. Let's have a little think. What else have I got? Because I've got some other cars pulled out side. Here's another one that I think I paid £1 for, not all that long ago. It's got a little bit of an issue with the suspension, but I can sort that. Again, I haven't got around to doing it yet, but this is a little Lamborghini Mirror. This is from 1970, I think. So a little look. I can't see a copyright at the second. But this is the super fast version, but it is a casting from the 60s. And then obviously, as you know, they changed over from the sort of traditional standard black wheel to this regular wheel to the super fast. But it is a cool, and again, didn't cost a lot, and it's in really quite nice condition. So just leave that there while I pull out some more. It's a little bit out of focus, isn't it? It's been a bit silly today for some reason. There you go, it's a bit better. What else we got that was cheap? This little, another one from Corgi. This Mercedes Benz 300 SL with the gull-wing doors, as you can see. And again, I think I paid 50p for this. And this was from a car boot sale, so there you go. Mercedes Benz 300 SL, Corgi, metal base, weighty, and in nice condition. And again, very, very cheap. And also, I got the same from the same place. This little Ford Thunderbird. That again's from Corgi. A little bit more tatty. But again, this was 50p. This wasn't expensive. And it has a little interesting button here that I think if you push it, it makes the bonnet pop up. And you can see the little V8 engine underneath there. So that is pretty cool too. Again, not expensive. What else are we going to pull out? Right, let me just pull out some other cars. Just 2 seconds because I've got to take them out of the box. Right, and I'm back. Right, another one from car boot sale. This one again, this wasn't expensive. I think this might have been 50p or £1, I can't remember now. But I know it wasn't expensive. And when I got it, it was quite dirty. Glass was all dirty. And it had some tarnishing on the grille. So I'm sure I paid, I'm sure it's a 50p. And then I took it home and I just run the Dremel over it very quickly to get the tarnish off the base. So the base now isn't white anymore, and just gave the car a wash in some very, very little bit of lukewarm water, a little bit of soap, and then dried it with a hairdryer, because you always got to dry them off properly, or the axles and stuff will rust. But again, didn't cost a lot, and it's in really good condition. You know, so that's a little Lincoln, I think. Is it a Lincoln? No, it's not. It's a Ford Cougar. I'm just trying to get to look at the base properly. That's not the one. It is a... I can't see what it is. But anyway, it is a cool piece. What else have I got? This is another piece that my partner actually picked up for me. It is a Range Rover. Again, from the Matchbox. It is a Roller-Matics. And again, it's in very nice condition. I think this was a couple of quid. And obviously when you move it, there you go, it has a little whirly top. But again, wasn't expensive. So that is a pretty cool piece. And what is it? A little look. It is Matchbox Roller-Matics Police Patrol, but it is a Range Rover. But anyway, so that's pretty cool. And then this was another quite an unusual piece. This was another one that I got from the same shop as I was on about in the beginning of the video. This little Duckham's Porsche 944. Again, wasn't expensive, a couple of quid, and it was boxed. And it's got a little bit of scuffing, but the box was so dilapidated and rotten that some of the issues with the paintwork is just from being in an old box stored. Probably some of it was a little bit damp, but the paintwork isn't too bad. It's not hanging off literally. It's just a little bit of rub. But that's pretty cool too. Another one from that my partner picked me up when she was on her travels. And again, I think she said she paid £1 for this one. So this is another one from the 70s, one of the Matchbox's own sort of made up castings. It is the Superfast, and it is the Hellraiser, which is pretty cool. So I'll have a little look. I'll pull out a few more cars and then we'll call it a day, because like I said, I could do this all day long, and obviously I don't want to be making a video that's too long. Here you go. This is a prime example. This Matchbox Battle Kings, I believe it is. Battle Kings. Two Matchbox Battle Kings. Yeah. Hover Raider. I can't pronounce it. But anyway, I haven't even taken the tag off this one. I just basically stuck it straight into a little bag and packed it away. But as you can see, Matchbox number 1974 K105 and £3. But it is in really, really nice condition. So again, car boot sale. But it's just really, really cool. So a little look. What else am I going to pull out? One more piece, and then we'll call it a day. Because, like I said, we could be doing this all day long. This little Capri, little Ford Capri. There we go, Ford Capri, made in England, 1970. All that good stuff. But again, a little bit chipped about. Couple of quid, but it's not tatty enough for restoration. It's still good enough to grace a collection. But oh, I know I am going to show one more. I'm going to show this Super Kings flatbed truck, and then we'll call it. This is I think this is a site truck, or I'm not quite sure, but I know I was watching Brian's diecast Thailand. I think it's Brian's diecast. I think I'm pronouncing Brian's diecast. He does some awesome restorations on lots of vintage pieces. He's always going out to second-hand stores and different places to try and find his cars to do restorations on. And he was showing one of these, actual fact, the other week. And he was the one that said, because I wasn't quite sure on the back of this, and I think he was the one that said this would have had like a little shed or something on the back, and I told him that I had one. I have a couple of these that's in pretty good condition. So you can see Matchbox Super Kings, got here, Daft Truck, 1971. But other than missing its little little shed on the back, or little tin shed, or whatever would go on the back, it's in really nice condition. And a lot of the time the glass on these are smashed to pieces. Yeah, so check out Brian's channel, because like I said, he does some really good stuff with vintage pieces. But anyway, with that being said, have a go, show your vintage bits that you found at second-hand stores, thrift stores, car boot sales, garage sales, whatever. You know, bring out the second-hand pieces. And with that, please like, share, subscribe, stay tuned for more unboxing videos, vintage bits, restorations and all that good stuff. And with that, I'll see you all very soon. Thank you for watching.